Coach, tonight is NFL opening night, and as it happens, America's team is one of the teams in the contest. Of course they are, because the Cowboys are the best. Can you explain why Michael Parsons ended up getting traded? Because that's the only thing anyone can talk about.
Well, I mean, Michael Parsons is a good player, okay? But he's not, sometimes you got to cut the slack. Like, he wasn't up to the Cowboys standard, and we had to get rid of him, I mean, listen, it's the dog-eat-dog world, and when you're not championship material, we got to get rid of you.
Jerry Jones should put you on the payroll. What is he thinking?
I technically should be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Not tooting my own horn, but I would be a taller, not as probably good as hair as him, but I'd be like a somewhat better version of Jimmy Johnson.
Okay, this is going to be the most entertaining part of this entire clip. 3 things you would do today if you got the head job for the Dallas Cowboys. Anything you want to do to turn that team around. 3 things, go.
So the first thing I would do is obviously, like, from the top, I would try to push out like Jerry Jones, but like still keep him on as like a financial, backing. Obviously, Stephen Jones, I would put him in a different type role. And then like the first thing I would do was seek out probably the best GM. And then from there, kind of give him full autonomy to kind of like run the team from a general management standpoint, which means, redoing the scouting department, re-looking at how we're looking at college, scouts, stuff like that, having the right people at the Senior Bowl, this and that, and then, really trying to like build up the Cowboys franchise, not from a family-oriented background, but like simply like a business, and looking at who can we bring in regards to best players, hiring the right coaching staff, this and that. Obviously, the new head coach, Sean Howard, has an opportunity to kind of prove itself, but you got to look at it more like a business. I know Jerry Jones does, but I feel like he still has kind of like cloudy lenses from the 90s, and now that's just not the way to do things.
It's his toy.
Yes.
The team is his toy. Like, everybody knows it. This is his thing to play with, and he's going to do it however he wants to do it. He's going to pick the players he wants, the salaries, the coaches, whatever he wants to do,
yes,
win or lose. And we know he wants to win,
mm-hmm.
But if you really, really thought about it for a second, you might put some really smart people in charge of putting that team together, not just picking things out of the air. I don't know how he picks things sometimes. Okay, tonight's contest against the Eagles, mortal enemies. These two teams probably have a good hatred, maybe the healthiest hatred for each other of any NFL franchises. It's hard to make any kind of predictions because so many things have changed over the offseason for the teams. What do you predict might happen tonight?
Is it tonight or tomorrow night? Tomorrow. Today's Wednesday.
We film a day ahead of time.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
So we have to put our brains.
Thursday.
We have to put our brains in
Thursday.
tonight.
I'm sorry.
This is going to be. It's going to be shown. It's going to be shown.
Yeah, Thursday.
Tonight, which is what's tomorrow. So
I'm sorry.
Tonight.
That's on me.
Tonight.
I think the Eagles probably win by like 10 or more. Just because, like, and
this is your team.
That hurts me to say it, but I don't feel like the defense I don't know if we're prepped enough to like stop the run with Saquon Barkley. Obviously, I think Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. He's a super talent, and I don't know too if our offense is good enough to move the ball. I mean, like, you look at them, obviously like a Horn Lake alumni with Nakobe Dean, even though he's coming back from injury, but like they probably, from a defensive standpoint, probably have as much depth, if not more depth, than anybody, whether that be up front, whether that be, Dean and Braun at linebacker. You got Ringo in the back end. Like, they're just so talented on defense. And then they have, Devontae Smith. They have A.J. Brown. They have Saquon Barkley. Like, they do such a good job in regards to like who they bring in regards to free agency, and then like their draft in regards to like their D-line with Jalen Carter, and they're just dominant. I think it's a tough task for the Cowboys, even though that hurts me to say. So, but
he's admitting the Cowboys are probably going to lose tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think I am optimistic that the Cowboys are going to have a really good year. Obviously, like, Losing Parsons really hurts. I was joking, but like, we bring in Kelly Clark. That's a D tackle that's really good run stopper, and I think our defense is going to be good with Darren Bland back healthy. But Pickens is on a suspension, so that kind of loses our depth. I don't know if we're as depth at wide receiver as we'd like to be. We got a new starting running back in Javonte Williams. We still don't know what he's capable of doing. Obviously, Dak's back, but I feel like the offensive line is productive with Tyler Smith and some of those guys and BB. But, man, just playing the Eagles, like, they just do such a good job from, like, a general management standpoint. And I think their head coach does a really good job, and their scheme sound. And, man, it's just going to be tough. But the Cowboys win. I feel bad for people on Friday because I'm going to be with them boys all day long. So
they better be praying for a loss.
Yes. Yeah, especially E. Hallway.